So hello guys, welcome to another episode of Ordinary. This is so random, but we're just having a conversation in the studio and we're like, we've got to record this. We're talking about guys that act as if they are into you for a moment and all of a sudden they will turn into ghosts. Let's talk about them. And I have an investigative journalist in the field of relationship. If she likes you, she's gonna stalk you. I also have another stalker in the field.
Please call me the FBI.
FBI. I said this on my WhatsApp status. As far as you're a human being on this earth, and I like you, I'll find you. I will look for you. So let's talk. Who was the first person you stalked, and why did you stalk that person?
Okay, let me see. First person officially,
Yeah.
I remember, is my 100 level crush. Same department. And I was trying to talk to this boy. You know, he's chaos, but 100, no shame that time. I was trying to befriend this fellow. But you know, he had 20k followers on Instagram. So he was not my type.
Yeah.
He was a moddy. He was a model. I said, that's fine.
Okay.
So I started stalking him.
Yeah.
I knew all his friends. I
Jesus.
knew. But you know, when I said department, so it was not that hard. I knew all his friends. I even found out his IGMB score because he did remedials before he got I stalked. I knew his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then once upon a time, my friend was like, you're so obsessed with this guy. I was like, I'm not obsessed. I'm just gathering information. I need to know.
We need to work with precision to know who is this boy is.
I stole his passport. His passport is in my house.
How did you steal his passport?
I wish I knew. I sat him beside him.
Was it online that you saw his passport?
No, physical copy. Jesus. It's not his recent passport though. It's like it's like passport of just 3.
What? No, I never reached this far. I think I was stalker. Okay, so let's talk about how we stalk. I know that saying stalk is crazy, but let's give context. So, for example, you meet someone and you guys didn't exchange number or anything, but you just have the person's name. So I can remember I met one tall glass of chocolatey man, deep voice and everything. I was like, oh my God, who's you? Where do you go to? Please tell me your name. And he told me his name, and that was all I needed. Because, I'm a shy person. Whenever I'm attracted to someone, I'm a woman, so it's like women shouldn't do that. So I don't want to, reduce my steez. But I got social media. I got social media. So I'll get all the information I need. So first things first, you go to Google. So tell me your own process, investigative journalist. Tell me your process.
I don't call it stalking. I call it investigation.
Okay.
If you call it stalking, they won't take you serious.
Yeah.
Investigate.
Yeah.
I mean, we have social media. We have IG. We have Facebook. If you are not on IG, I'll look for you on Facebook. If you are not on Facebook, I'll find you everywhere.
LinkedIn.
I will even open an account because of you. I'll look for you there.
Jesus.
Need to know your qualifications.
Yes. You need to know your job.
I stalked somebody on
If you will
LinkedIn.
not love me relationshiply,
Let's
you
do
will not
career-wise.
Professionally.
nepotism.
Do you know you know why LinkedIn can expose you because they will show you who viewed your profile.
Even
I was so
Snapchat
scared.
can actually expose you.
That's why
Even Snapchat.
Yes.
That's why they are finsters. On Snapchat, I checked this guy's story. It was just random. I wasn't stalking him on Snapchat. I mean, I've stalked him on Instagram, found his page, found out who his friends where he graduated from school, what school did he go to, bruv. No, we should actually be scared. See, we're not stalking as God want to threaten somebody's life. But imagine somebody that wants to stalk you, that they want to do something bad to you. Jesus.
That's bad.
Do you know that I've gotten the person's friends, the friends of the person's friend, their sisters, their brothers. Like, I could tell you a person's history from how I've stalked.
I will tell you the university you attended, primary school, your sister, your other sisters, your brother.
God.
When your sister got married, I will tell you.
Yeah. And there was this other guy. I thought I would never say anything on him, but I went on Facebook and he wasn't using his name. He was using his company's name. Jesus. But I typed in his full name and it was there. I was like, ooh, okay, this is where my man.
This is what we are here for.
Then you now start zooming into the picture. Who commented? Do you go to the comment section?
Now let's know that.
Let's see who had the juiciest comment.
You now see my able president. You see president.
If you see insult, like with this one, you say, this one is close to
close
you.
to you. Yes. Who is this?
I need to
go?
figure
Yes. Now open the person's page
Who viewed
and
the
check.
video?
Who is this?
Or you see comment like big head. Run and go and check the
Go and
person.
check because, or you see someone, thank you, my love, with love emoji. Who
Oh,
are
my
you?
heart.
If you reply-
Obim. If you see Obim, just run.
Name.
If he replies the comment,
Yeah.
Abi, and it's not, let's say, like if he replies the comment, Abi, and it's not this kind, thank you, it's like, with this your big head, say if
Yeah.
they reply on top, who sent you? Check.
If that's
I
the
know you
person,
are important, and I will replace you.
That's it. Jesus, Lydia. Okay, so what brought up this conversation is, you meeting a man for the first time, and they show you attention and everything, and all of a sudden they turn into ghost. What are you people's journey with that?
Let me say the most recent encounter.
Yeah.
You know, I encounter quite a lot of these men. I think that's my superpower.
Yeah.
Encountering men that go ghost.
Or Peter,
I help them realize who they are.
Are you a ghost keeper? Do you keep books for ghosts? It's
I think-
annoying.
Alchemy. I bet you
Yeah,
the color.
Alchemy of souls.
Be like, now wait till I be.
Yeah.
I say, okay. This man, then my friend was like, you've been single for so long. I have this guy too that's been very single, and you people have the same vibe. I think people with the vibe. I was like, no. I was like, I beg, I'm not really that into it. I want to meet him face to face. She was like, no. I was like, just talk. And then she sent us, like, we was on Snap, and then she sent us each other's profile. She was like, first to text, and I texted first. I was like, it's better I talk to you now, and then the conversation dies, so that I know what's done is done. The conversation did not die.
Hey.
How we're talking,
Since
we're
you're coming
gisty.
out.
He could crack jokes. I was like, my time. You dey crack jokes.
You love dry humors. You love dark humors. Come in, baby. I love you.
Like, this guy were texting, and the conversation didn't die. And then later on, after like 3 days of texting, he now said that honestly he was giving me like a day to come, like, before the conversation died.
Yeah.
Because most people he has met these days don't like to engage in conversations and things like that. So okay, that's fine. Like, I'm here. We're talking. We've gone far. We're 3 days. He said enough. We started talking. We talked through for like a month, and we're every day constantly. We text by 5 because I'm up by 5 and he's up by 5, and he teaches.
Yeah.
Abi, we text by 5, and then later on we go offline by like 8. We don't talk again till like later in the evening. Like, the thing just felt okay because
Very organic. Yeah.
because like our timetables were already
Sinking. Yeah.
the same. And then we started talking. And then he said, we've gone so far. He likes how far we've gone. We're so close now. And he wants us to move from texting and voice calls to video calls. Like, he feels that, because it's like, we're sort of long distance. He's in Abia. So we're, and then we're already planning. He was like, okay, he wants to come to Abuja. So if he's coming to Abuja, we'll like come and see him. And normally I visit Abuja almost every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So to me, I was like, that's not bad. I can
Abuja is just here. Yeah.
as long as I'm the one traveling.
Yeah.
To Abia. He now said that let's move to video calls. The day he told me let's move to video calls, I never saw him again.
Why?
Even text. Even to call my name. He did not call my name.
Wait, you have never done the video calls.
We've never done the video call. He have proposed a step further into this relationship, and yet he said no.
That's the
He
sign.
said
Run.
he said this is where it ends. He was like, let's do video calls. And then I was like, my mind was like, this is a man, you know what he wants. He's asking.
He's
You know,
going
it's
with
better
precision. Like, let's get it.
Like, he knows, he already sees me and he knows that, okay, he wants to see where
Yeah.
this goes. So that's an intentional man.
And he went into the ditch, baby. Because that video call didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Oh. I waited.
Sorry.
I waited. I didn't see video call. I said, that's fine by me. And then he then came back and he was like, he's going through a lot. He's going through some stuff. And then I said, what are you going through? And then he said that he doesn't really feel like talking about it. That Ashusha just know he's in his parents' place at the moment. And he just needed a break from staying alone. I said, okay, that's fine. Text me when you're okay now. He's still going through a lot. And you forever to go through a lot.
No, it's deeply annoying.
Since September last year.
What kind of a lot are you going through for?
He's swimming through the Red Sea.
No, it's not fair. So I have the same experience. So maybe we didn't even get to that part of let's go to video call or whatever. So I met this guy, really chill person. I love the way he talks. I love vocabulary. I love when people use new words. Oh, you're a reader. You love psychological thrillers. Oh,
You know the
Jesus.
funny thing with this guy?
Yeah.
Was that I was the one teaching him. So I really liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think what he was business studies. So his was mostly calculation. But you see English. If I talk about okay, what's the meaning? He wasn't afraid to ask. Like, what's the meaning of that? Like, I've never heard that word before. And that was so cute to me. Like, okay, you are vocal, you're vocalizing a word you don't know, and you are asking. No toxic masculinity in this area.
Ooh, my
He
kind
showed me that his own is not
ghost.
toxic. There's no going to be masculinity at all. He just goes.
He wasn't being a man. So this guy was like, what I like, and I cover my eyes from tall people. I cover my eyes from dark people. I don't want to see people again. Please avoid me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So I met this guy, got my number. We started talking. Hey, conversation they flow. Jesus, I've already imagined. Oh Lord, 1 week conversation. Like, I don't frequent my WhatsApp a lot. I just post status and go. But because of this boy, I will reply. I say, God, I will reply you.
Men will make you change. They show you why you should not have changed.
A week later, everywhere was crickets. I say, how far? What's popping? 3 weeks later, no reply. I say, how far? You okay? You are fine? No reply. Then out of the blues, you now reply my status. Who are you? Who are you?
With you. Where do you get this audacity from?
But I don't say it. I say, it's funny, I know. But how have you been though? You haven't replied to the message in a while. So it's just, and for somebody that has gone through that kind of thing for a long time, for the longest time, like, it feels like every man, just like you, it's as if it's your calling on air to meet those kind of men. Like, almost every man you meet acts that way. And see, every time they're about to act that way, you're like, oh, you try to find an excuse for them. Oh, they are busy. Oh, they might really like me, but life is happening to them. I'm like, Chiwendo, shut up.
Life will continue happening to you.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Life will never stop happening to you.
I say, just shut up, because you know how you act around people you like. You check up on them, you reply their messages, you're texting back, you're calling them back, you're not hesitating.
They pop in your mind, and then you're like, and you smile, be like,
yeah, do you understand? And for that person to not be replying you back and not even finding, okay, let's say that they said they don't like WhatsApp. So because you like me, you need to find an alternative to talk to me.
I'm a social media person. You can text me anywhere and I'll reply.
Yes.
If you tell me you don't like WhatsApp, I'll respect your wishes. I'll be like, okay, where do you text more? You tell me IG, whatever you tell me, I'll try and text you there. Because obviously I want to see where this goes. I'm being intentional about it. But you, if the Lord will take you.
The Lord will reply your messages in the next 3 years.
Oh.
Yes.
Please.
So if you don't, just this, and because a lot of women don't know when to just know that when to stop and just not, or let's not even keep it to women, people, they don't know when to know that, okay, this person doesn't really like you, because if they really like you, they'll find a means. Lydia, off the mic, Lydia was talking about, do you want to share that one?
Okay, yeah. One intentional man.
Sorry,
I meant
wisdom.
One question, just one very honest question about me. Don't put it though. I know you.
Okay.
What would you now say if the girl now says you are disturbing her? This guy, you are over.
That's the thing now. That means the girl does not like you. That is still
too.
part of the conversation. It's still it entered the podcast. It have entered already. You said. No, it's part of the conversation. That's why I didn't want to give it to only women. Do you understand?
I feel very bad because I kind of fall into that category sometimes.
God will punish you.
No. It's sincerely out of the fact that I've seen shaking.
So what's revenge?
No, it's not revenge. No.
So you're guarding your heart.
Yeah, it's like sometimes, but sincerely, on a very genuine note, but sometimes I meet a girl, I like her, but at that moment, later maybe when I call her number, maybe when I want to talk to her, and I realize that genuinely it wasn't a genuine.
You are lost in after her.
Yes. So and at this point, I don't want to move forward with it anymore.
Why can't you communicate that? Because
I think the best.
Yes. So yes. The one time that I did that communication, I almost got the insult I received was because it was from a personal experience. It was like she started saying men don't know what they want, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but you understand, this is not it, and I know you are not that kind of person.
Okay, so I'm thinking now, if you communicated it in the aspect of actually saying what you want in a relationship, like you want friends with benefits, blah blah blah, and she realized that's the insult will not be much because you're not you're not making it about her, you're making it about what you want.
Yes, so that makes sense. That's it. Yeah, that's it. It's so I'm sorry. When I collected your number, what was going through my mind is not. I'm very sure is not what you're looking forward to. And she went forward to say,
okay,
what was that?
personally,
And I told her, like, look, just let's leave it.
Okay.
You get? And she was like, oh, I was like, I don't want to start beginning to mention things.
Yeah.
And then another thing, sometimes is this kind is more like indecisiveness,
Confusion.
confusion.
So you carry your confusion inside
but sometimes even the ladies don't try. I'm not generalizing now because from some of the few I've met.
No, it's a human being thing.
I think that's where you should know that they are not interested.
Period.
Yes,
And
so
just move.
I'm
But
not-
most people want to
interest-
see where it goes in the midst of.
Naturally comes with attraction.
Yeah, but from conversations I've had with people, like it's all going good, and all of a sudden it just down rails, like it plummets. And I always try to like want to know, okay, what was the problem? Like what was the issue? Because at first
It was going
well. So what happened? All of a sudden you just
Switch
or like what's the thought process you get? And then I had someone tell me that I know you are supposed to still try hard. No. You understand? I'm not still going to keep pushing if I keep hitting.
No, me, I will never
block.
advise anybody to keep pushing.
Yes,
especially if you have tried to ask them like what is happening. And
most times
now there are people that do hard to get. Sorry, Lydia. People that do hard to get. Like no, you are supposed to still push. Madness is doing the same thing over and over and expecting something
different
to change.
results,
You get? So my own take though, but to all the people out there that have collected their number, I did not call them. I'm sorry. It's
Get
not
out of
intentional.
here. Get out of here.
You know, most times I feel like you should ask from the beginning. Like you collect that person's number and then you start conversing and then you ask, okay, what do you do? What are you looking forward to relationship wise? Are you ready for a relationship? Are you this? Are you that? Because what I do mostly, I don't want to subject my heart to another issue because I just finished going through one.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't like me? But if I say I miss you, come and spend weekend with me.
Yeah.
You came for a lot of my things, a lot of important things. You told me that you wanted to see me hit milestones in my life, and then later came and said, no, I'm not really that into you.
Hi, Jesus.
The Lord is more into you.
Hey, Shetele Makate ya. Yes.
Because what do you mean? So most
You're not
times
into me and you are leaving your house to come to my.
you travel
From another state. Come on.
5 hours because you missed
It's
me.
a lie.
And
He's
you come-
confused.
You're very confused.
He's
You will
very
remain confused. Anyways, I'm done. I'll not insult anybody again. I'm sorry. This one just pains me in my
No, I think
day.
at some point you just need to have a platform to vent because it's very, very annoying. It's really annoying. Now, with what I've gone through with like meeting people that the vibe was good at the beginning and all of a sudden it just went down. I'm almost scared of talking to people now because I'm like, I don't want to give you my energy and at last it will be that my energy was not worth anything. But guess what that will now become? You now become the other person.
Yes.
You know, ba?
The problem is, as I said, you should always ask first. When you start talking, when you feel like it's getting very serious, like let's say a week or two, people are still conversing, the texts are still flowing, and then you just casually slip it in. Like, so relationship, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a relationship? You're not ready for love? Are you healed? Come to me healed. You know,
Don't carry your trauma. Like,
as you met me healed, come to me healed also. Go and buy bandage or whatever you need to heal. Though. So I think that's the best thing to ask, because whenever I ask, like, I've always met, I'm just looking for casual friends with benefits, and that's not what I want. And I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't do that.
yeah.
You know, that's not the person I am. I'm looking for relationship wise. I'm not saying you should marry me. I'm saying that we should date and see how far attraction lasts. You know, so that when you later come to throw me on the bed and I say that's not who I am,
Yeah.
you will not now cut my neck. Let it be as if I told you from the onset.
Yeah.
So anything that happens from then on is my fault and your fault, depending on who is feeling the emotion.
True.
Because I have a friend. She was like, that this guy, he's the ashawo of Like she has known him. He's their shower, what and what. And then she started talking to him, and he started talking. And then he told her straight up that he's not looking for anything. She's not looking for a relationship, and she too, she wasn't looking for a relationship. But then she fell in love. And then I told her that she should cut him off. And then she cut him off, and then he came back and said he likes her, that he actually wants to enter a relationship with her. I said to her, the problem you put in the reason you cut him off was because you didn't talk at first. You could talk, but then it was at your expense. You caught feelings, and then now she doesn't have feelings for him anymore. But he wants her back. I showered on love, but then she's like, no, I don't. She's like, she has already put her mind on him, saying he doesn't want a relationship and things like that.
So it feels like he's coming back for something now.
She feels like he's coming back for the benefits.
It's not genuine enough.
Yeah, that's genuinely how. Just talk first, because this same girl, please, she has a lot of stories. This same girl has been talking to one man, and she likes him so much, but then he's not giving as much energy as she is, and she's really pained. By then I'm like, okay, talk to him. Conversation. Conversation is key, but comprehension is the most important.
Understanding.
You can converse, but people may not comprehend each other.
Yeah.
So I said, talk to him now. Know what he wants. And she's like, she's shy. She doesn't want to talk to him. I said, it's at your own expense. Because you're in love. He's showing you that he love, but he's not into the love. Yeah. So, and she's like, she'll talk to him, and then she blocked him. I was like, why? She said she's too scared to converse. Converse with your spouses, so converse with people that you want to talk to.
Communicate. And if there is no communication, their actions have already spoken for them. Finish. Yeah. And then what of you? When last were you in a relationship?
Oh, like about 4 years ago.
Are you serious?
I swear.
What happened?
It's just, when you're in something that that you're not gaining from, but you're just in.
Sorry, I just want to turn this mic towards you. Okay.
Yeah, somewhere where you are not gaining. It's just like, it's not symbiotic. It's just something that is one-sided.
Yeah.
Not even really one-sided, because there's nothing for me to even gain in that relationship. I think about
so why did I enter? Thank you, Jesus. So why did you not enter the relationship if you were not getting anything from it?
Emotions.
Exactly.
Emotions.
I let emotions get with my brain.
Yeah.
I don't think really, but
the fact is you cannot blame anybody.
I now did this. Let me just let this relationship just end. Let me track my life. Let me get my life. And when I was not getting my life back, and I said, come on, I think I'm ready for a relationship. Now this relationship, I've been waiting for it since that time.
I have not come.
It does not come.
But you were saying something when we were discussing off the mic. You were saying something about if somebody does not tell you that they like you.
Yes, so
tell me about that. What happened?
If they don't open your mouth, if they don't open their mouth to say I love you, don't think don't be stupid. Don't be thinking.
Your brain, my brain will think.
Get the best of you.
My brain will think.
You know the thing.
If you don't hear that thing, don't try it.
I used to go by this same. Don't believe to somebody tell that they like you.
Yeah.
Somebody told me he liked me. I didn't thought it. I was in so deep. I was even trying to collect his number first. I see this man. I know I want him.
We're gonna get him.
I pursued after this man. We're talking, and then it was so serious. Yeah. And then he was one that's like, oh, I really like you. I like our conversations. I want to see where this goes. And then later he came and said that he's going through something right now. And they're always going through something, unfortunately.
Jesus.
He now said that he's going
I'll be your bow of Gilead. You stupid man.
And then he said he wants to go off for a while. He'll go for a week and see if he can get his life in order for that week. Without social media, without distractions. And he'd prefer if I didn't call or text throughout the whole week. He would call me first. He would text me first. And then I said, are you sure? And then he was like, yeah, he's very sure. That he just wants to get his life in order because he doesn't know what he's doing. And then I said, okay, fine. And he told me that he really likes me. He wants a relationship with me, but he's not yet sure. I said, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I pursued after you first. And then he came back 3 days later. And then one of my friend came, someone that were mutuals. And then she was like, she's dating somebody new. I was like, who are you dating? She just called this my man's name. I told you you're dating this man. She said that, they've been talking. The same period me and him were talking. He told me he liked me. He told me he wants me. He has been pining after me with all his heart. But his heart is in the hands of another woman. He's in the bosom of another woman at the moment. And she just came and I was like, oh yeah. I was like, you're dating this guy. She was like, yeah. That they just said the day he left online. That's the day he started dating. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And so I didn't talk to him. I didn't text him. He was texting. He was calling. I wasn't picking up. Because obviously, you've chosen what you want. Why are you looking for me again? Let me go and look for what myself wants now. And then we met. He happened to catch me like off guard. Like I was walking. And then he met. And he was like, you've been ignoring me. What is it?
You're mad.
I said, I'm not dating this person. He was like, but that doesn't mean we still can't be friends. And I said, okay now. You want to be friends? I said, okay.
The way Lydia is shaking her legs.
I said, okay, let's be friends now. Let's be friends. I said, okay, let's be friends. And so the friendship was okay. And then his guy, like his best friend, was now checking my friend.
Yeah.
I mean, my friend are always together. Like, so them two, they're always together. And like the guy, his friend, was checking my friend. I mean, her always together. Him and the guy always together.
Yeah.
So which means whenever those two met, me and him were obviously going to still meet. Yeah. And he'll be with his babe.
Yeah.
As we're meeting. So it got really uncomfortable for me. And then most times, he now stops coming with his babe. And then he was like, hey, he knows it makes me uncomfortable and he knows what he did is wrong. I say, okay, good for you. Now at least you have conscience.
Yeah.
The spirit of the Lord is in your heart. It was not.
No.
This boy, we stay conversing again. We're just as friends. Wanted to use me and cheat. Hey?
So the fact that I said don't wait till they tell you I love you before. It's valid though. I know they can stitch it on you, but it's very valid.
At least they said something.
Yeah, because have you heard of the saying they get relationship problems with person you know the relationship with like you're having problems with somebody that they are not even dating.
That's the worst.
That's the worst thing. They don't sometimes they don't even know you.
Do you know when I tell people I've never been in a relationship before, they will say I'm lying.
But
especially when
you have not been.
Yeah, especially when I tell them about the unrequited loves I've gone through and what I and the other person were doing in the friendship relationship we had.
It's like planning dates.
Hugging and your heart is
pumping fast.
Together.
You're mad.
You have cuddled. You have invited.
I said no. I've never been in a relationship, but you're doing late night calls. You're talking to a person for 2-3 hours. You're mad.
You're not in a relationship, but you have claimed you. Everybody know that this is your man. You have claimed him already. You have claimed the father, the son, and the only.
If you see him with a girl, you cannot. You're like.
They say, this is your man. See you with another babe. Another is everybody's babe. Community property. Community babe. General market. Community babe.
It's crazy. That's why, like, when you reflect back on your relationship life, especially as someone that's never entered into a relationship but you have faced situationships, you will try not to enter those kind of situations again. Like, I cannot be naive again to think that I would be in close proximity with a guy. We talk every day. We share reels. We are always telling each other secrets.
And I'm laughing.
When we are laughing, and you love reading. And I think I will not fall in love. That's naive. That's being naive.
So just run.
Run. Yeah.
Don't run, no. Don't follow these girls. That's why they've not been in relationship.
But you can actually find love by
don't run. But if you notice that this person is not feeling you, he's not attracted to you the way he's at, run.
As I said, we've covered like 5 topics in this one podcast, this one episode. As I said, conversation is key. If you converse, then you will not comprehend what your boy is trying to pass across. Because
you might comprehend and give another meaning and start falling in love. Run.
Make sure you're comprehending the right thing. Because there's a lot going on in this place. I have a lot of stories. You see, if I sit down and do you, what do they call them? Situationship stories. I'm the king.
God.
Because I had one that wanted me first. He blocked me for 2 months after wanting me first though. After I was even considered, I was like, okay, maybe this is my time to shine. I've met a man that is finished over me. This is it. He now blocked me for 2 months. And when he came back, he was like, it's my fault. I said, why? That because I didn't want the relationship enough. I wasn't calling, texting. I wasn't desperate. Oh, guy, he desperate.
Well, not tell me.
I rebuke you in Jesus' name.
So I didn't know how to act so desperate for you to want me again.
And he's ugly.
Hey, Jesus.
He looks like. I don't want to start.
Hey,
but
Lydia,
you know when they say ugly people, you have a particular shape of the ugliness. He's undiscovered. He's ugly. He not have fine character to cover it up.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not a facial person. If you've seen the people I've dated, see people I've talked to, I've never Immediately I say, oh, I'm crushing on someone. My friends are like, it's one ugly boy.
Jesus.
I go for character, unfortunately.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Fortunately and
Me,
unfortunately.
I go for everything.
I go for
but
everything.
remember,
The
it
looks
cannot
is
be
paramount.
It cannot be.
You see looks, it doesn't really
yeah.
bother me. But you see character, I'm like, oh, he's conversing is nice, especially if I see you're really good with kids.
Oh,
Finished
father,
woman.
daddy.
Yeah, it's not say daddy right there.
Yeah.
And then you now come and show me that you are a daddy of problems.
Please.
Take yourself out of my DM. You're a madman.
Lord. Okay.
For your own sanity. Be careful.
Be careful.
Think. I know it's hard to think while you're in love, but
Yeah.
please,
Yes, it's
for your
true.
sanity, please. You cannot tell someone that's in love something that she will do. She will never listen to you.
Mad person with the in love. All
Not the same.
All of the year one.
I be ghost. I persuade.
Logically, if you're beginning to look at something or you're beginning to talk to someone and you're not feeling them romantically, but a big person not feeling romantically, stop looking at it romantically. Look at
Yeah.
it logically and be like, is this the kind of love you want? Is this what you're going to settle for? Will you settle? Or are you going to look for something that is what you want? Like
Yeah.
you're not settling, you know you deserve it.
That's a good perspective.
Don't be seen and be like, I can manage. You cannot manage. The Lord did not manage to bring you on it. He will not manage. He did not manage to make you a soulmate. He was intentional, and so his sons are intentional. Look for an intentional man.
I was telling my house, if I settle for less, may God punish me.
You see this marriage.
Do you know,
thing?
like I've been saying, it was a movie that just uncovered my eyes. So as a person in love, you be asking the person, you're always busy, you're acting as if you're not interested in me. Don't you like me? I'm like, the way they're acting has already answered your question. And most times, as people in love, we don't ask ourselves that question. We allow our emotions to overcloud our logic.
See, actions speak louder than words.
Well,
I know
lie
it's
is a lie.
something that has been said and it's a
It's a
cliche
cliche.
to you now, but actions speak louder
Look at
than
how
words.
they act.
Eh?
They can never lie.
Because there are some people that you don't like that like you, and you
You
see
know
their
how you-
actions. You'll be like, this person really likes me.
Yeah.
and,
And,
then
you know how you treat them too. You know that you don't reply their messages on time.
You'll be like, I'm not a good person.
Yes.
I'm busy looking where the devil have set trap.
Now where the love they will see.
So if you have noticed, I think people, the thing that will help people is notice how when someone likes you, when you like someone, how you act towards
Notice
that
the
person,
patterns.
and then when you don't like someone, how you act towards the person. If you notice it in people, it answers your question.
And then most times, if you and the person, you are like sharing emotions mutually, but then you're not feeling, but then the person is not feeling it. I think you should ask the person, how does the person want to be loved? Ask yourself, how do you want to be loved? So that when it's time for someone to love you, you can tell them, okay, this is how I want to be loved. I want calls, I want text, I want reassurance, I like physical touch, hold my hands. You know, if you tell someone the way you want to be loved and they're still not loving you that way, move. That person does not respect you enough to put your needs above theirs. And then you also have to love the person the way they want to be loved. The first thing is knowing how to love yourself, then knowing how you want to be loved, and then telling another person how you expect to be loved. Because some people say, I don't really like being touched, and then obviously the partner likes being touched. You won't have to come together and be like, okay, I don't really like it, but you like it. So the compromise is, I will hold your hand. Anywhere you want, I will hold your hand. You like PDA.
Yeah.
I love PDA. Oh my Jesus.
Let the public know that you're my man.
Write your name on my forehead.
Yes. Tattoo it everywhere.
So that's the best thing. Just know how you expect to be loved. Like as I said, there was someone that raised my standards for love for me. Because person was always busy. Like that's the first and last person I ever dated. The person was always busy. But then he tell me 11 to 2, 11 to 1 in the night, I'm free for you. And immediately 11 reach, he has called. I miss you. I want to talk to you. So that raises the bar. And then, like, obviously, I liked attention. Then he'll be like, I can't give you attention throughout the whole day, but you see 11 to 2. I will give you full, undiluted. If I go offline, he'll call me, are you sleeping? Let's still talk now. Let's reach 2. That's intentionality. And he was loving me the way I wanted to be.
So
loved.
he was busy, but there was an alternative.
Yes. And he has and he wants space. So I gave him space throughout the whole day, and then he gives me attention when he's free. And he never, no matter what the issue was, if he has assignments, you'll be like, I have assignment, but I've told you I'll talk to you 11 to 2 and I'm here.
Oh my days.
I can now not find that love again. No.
Yeah.
Be like say they don't carry and go. I go back.
It will come back again. It will come back.
Amen.
I always believe that most times why people will stay in a toxic relationship or settle for less is because they feel like this is the only thing they can get. But that's a big lie. Even though it is the first person you liked, it's always different from the next person. Maybe the difference might not be much, but in standards, they're always like the bar is always being raised every time you meet someone new.
And then most is when you say you have a type, leave that type.
And go
For somebody, they say don't go for somebody you love, go for someone that loves you. If you think about it, the person loves you, so obviously you know that they'll try and treat you right. So that's just it. The bars,
but
don't
keep
going for someone that will bring your standard down.
Lydia, I have a trauma.
Amen.
Jesus.
Amen.
Lydia, I like when people like me, but I don't feel it in my bones.
Yeah.
I like when I like someone and I'm chasing after them.
Okay.
But when somebody likes me, I get so irritated. I'm like, it's a very deep problem. I don't know how. I just know what's
your attachment style?
Before it used to be anxious attachment style, but I
think you're avoidant.
Yeah, now
what's your attachment style?
It went from anxious to avoidance.
I am avoidance.
That's where you should locate the problem.
Ew,
and
Jesus. Like I want to be the one checking up. See, I have a big problem. So I've encountered unrequited love a lot of times. I like someone, they don't like me back. But while I'm liking them, I'm like, you need to like me back because I like you. So I always feel like I should be the one that should choose who I should like. Then by God's grace, please like me back. But when you are the person that chose me, I'm like, but I didn't choose you. Do you understand? So it's like, it's a very deep problem and I don't know how the hell I'm going to sort it out.
I think you should start from your attachment style. Because I'm anxious avoidant. I want it, but they'll be avoiding you small. So that's not like as if I'm very deep into it. So I anxious. You know the fun thing? The way I overcome my fears, Abby, is I'm scared of this thing and everybody's afraid. I'll go and do it. Like people have run away. I used to go and do it. Yeah. I'm scared I'll be shaking, but I'll still do it. Yeah. Because that's the only way I can think of to come. That's the only way to get over your fear. Because you can hate something, you will not like it. But if you go and do it, if you immerse yourself in it, exposure therapy, you eventually start to get the hang of it. Yeah. That's just it. And my friend, she says she's avoidant. And there's this man that has been pining after her. And I said, okay, just try it, just date him. Like, and then she said, no, she's avoidant. She doesn't want to hurt his feelings. I said it's exposure therapy. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah. And then every 2 weeks she'll come and do, Jesus, I want to break up with him. I'm beginning to like him so much. And she likes him. Oh, she's in love. Yeah. She'll be like, she likes him. She doesn't like the way she feels. She wants to break up with him. I'll be like, it's exposure therapy. Stay there. Expose yourself.
So I think I should expose myself. Yeah, I should actually allow people like me. You should. Because if you like me, I'm just like, bye, boy.
You should allow people to like you.
Yeah.
I have one problem now.
This is turning into therapy. How many
really therapy session?
8. Oh my God. Okay.
This is therapy.
I have one issue. So when you tell me you like me, I don't believe you. Whether it's true or not, I don't believe you. And that thing it's not going to help me. I know.
Yeah. No, it's not going to help you because you'll be chasing everybody away.
Let me not miss by missing real.
Why do you think that is?
Jokes apart, I don't know why. I don't even know why. Maybe because I've been in a place of just talk and get out. Just talk and get out.
I think most times it's the way social media has portrayed love to us. Because you are pining for this couple on TikTok, you're like, oh, these two are so cute. And then you just come and hear the man cheat. The woman cheat.
Or they broke up.
This one, you went to go and steal this one mother. How So I think it's just the way the amount of what do you call them? Content. We
break up stories we hear.
That's one of the main issues. Because people be like, what if he cheats on me? I'll be like, have you seen someone that they've cheated on? You'll be like, no, but okay, just online. Yeah. Most times you tend to associate yourself with these things and you put yourselves in their shoes. Yeah. But then you have to remove yourself because you experience it. For me, just let the experience come. So that, because no information is wasted. As you've experienced it now, you're wiser.
Yeah,
So the next one you see that is doing the same attitude, you say, I know your type.
yeah.
I get your type for house.
Excuse you.
I get your type for house.
I live with your time for 4 months, so I do.
So most times, if you're consuming, relationship content, because obviously you're looking online, you're seeing they're taking her on dates. Social media has set the bar so high, and it has also set it so low. Because you see someone is like, oh, he texted me back, and the person is running crazy.
That's the basic
one
thing.
text me back, he bought me data. Oh, I'm going crazy. He can't spend on me. Data. I think the best thing, is
Jesus.
independency. If you can do it for yourself, if I can do these things for myself, and
It's
you're doing it
only
for me.
like otherworldly.
If you don't do it, I can do it
you.
for myself.
Yeah.
If you're not adding anything to my life, emotionally, spiritually, physically, you are not adding. Like, I'm not seeing
Something
your impact.
valuable, yeah.
I'm not seeing your value. It won't be something that I would be like, okay, I can do without it now. So
Yeah.
I can do without you. What are you adding to my life, particularly?
So about this thing, another reason could be the way you see yourself. So maybe you have low self-esteem, you're insecure. Me, I'm talking from my own experience because maybe still till now, because I'm constantly trying to love myself, improve on my self-esteem and my self-confidence. I think like last 3 years, if you told me that you liked me, I'll be like, why? Tell me what exactly
Really,
you like,
why?
because I didn't see myself as lit. I didn't think God made me lit. I didn't think God, cherished me. I didn't think like my anybody would ever see me and just like me like that. Do you understand? So for another person to see it and tell me, you are lying to me.
I know. I tried to do this thing where I asked, okay, tell me 3 things you like about me.
Hey Jesus.
So when you now say, when you now said things, I'm like, okay, this sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
Add 2 more to make it 5.
So you're not waiting on the person to give you security,
Yes.
whereby you are
You're waiting
insecure.
for validation.
Validation.
The thing was, I was very insecure too. Like, as a person, as a woman, I was very insecure. Because when I grew up, when, I was fat. I've always been fat. In case you don't know, I'm fat. I've always been fat. And then when I grew up, like, it was a boarding school setting. And then everybody was getting relationships, everybody was getting together, and nobody toasted me throughout secondary school. And that sort of messes
The
with
guy
your
that toasted
self-esteem.
me in secondary school, I thought it was a prank. I didn't take the guy seriously.
And at least they approach you now. Like, in this case, like, growing up in that sort of setting, that when nobody toasted you, it feels as if you grew up without male validation. So now you begin to crave it. And then I did not have it. And then when I got out of secondary school, like, waiting for that admission period, I was going out and people were seeing me and they were liking me. And every time I'd be like, you like me? Oh my God. Like, what do you see in me?
Yeah.
Later on, social media is actually very good though. If you go on social media and you see people that have self-esteem and you follow them, your self-esteem will
translate
build.
Yeah.
Because there's a time if someone tells me, if someone tells me, oh, you're ugly, I'll be like, tell me how me and ugly go together in the same sentence.
Oh my God.
Explain it to me. You saw me and you saw the word ugly and you said, oh, these two go together. Just walk me through your thought process. And person be like, hey, it's jokes now. Don't ever joke with my beauty.
And you see that joke, that thing, that word joke, that's caused a lot of problems.
Yeah,
It's still causing a lot of problems.
jokes to bring down self-esteem.
They cannot joke with me. Don't joke with me like that.
That's why you see, if you're going to build your self-esteem, you start following people that have self-esteem. Because, and then for me that is fat, I still follow a lot of people that are like, plus size, that are big too. And then obviously they wear outfits that I've been craving to wear, but I'll be like, no, my stomach will show. And then they'll be like,
Slate.
and you see them, they slay, and then they'll be like, even if I don't slay, that's not your business. It's my confidence that matters.
Yes.
You know, so a lot of people followed Lizzo. If you check, like,
Lizzo, yeah.
but then now she drops weight, and then I'm still really happy for her because she can love herself as she's fat, and she can love herself as she has slimmed down. It's okay to leave a part of you that does not serve you anymore, and that's totally fine. And then people are like going at it like, why would she lose weight? She was giving us so much hope. There are a lot of other people. There's Faith Montana. She's a content creator. She does outfits. She's big. She's like my size, but she has a man that loves her. And so that's like, and then the way she talks, she has a PhD. She's not a small person. So if you follow people that build up self-esteem, that talk about themselves, And then, especially they say you go into the mirror every morning and be like, I'm beautiful, I'm worth it, I'm worthy. And you know, you're like affirming to yourself. You get, you'll never settle for less again.
Yeah.
Because you apparently know your worth.
Yeah. So about affirmations, but so most times you just be having negative self-talks like, oh, he didn't look my way because I'm not beautiful. The way I look is not this. Yeah. But one thing people underestimate about self-affirmation is that as you continue saying it to yourself, one day that negative self-talk will come and be like, you are ugly. But another me? No, I'm not. It's like it becomes like a shocking moment for you because it's like every other time is only that negative self-talk, but because you're imbibing positive self-affirmations to yourself, it counters the other one. So that's one thing I love about self-affirmations a lot. Yeah.
If you had seen me throughout secondary school, and you see me now, you wouldn't believe it was the same person. I'm obviously still fat, I still look the same, but then I was so quiet.
The way you walk,
I was bullied. Like there was one particular guy that used to bully me so bad. You're so fat. He used to stab me with biros. I used to go back home with wounds. I used to go back to hostel with wounds on my body, and I'll sit there and cry. And if I try to defend myself, they'll be like, you're shouting. This kind, they bring you down. But then now, that year I spent at home for admission, that was a lot of time I took to work on myself. Because for the first time, I started getting male validation. And then I didn't want it to get into my head because I thought it was a lie at first. And then I started following people that are, were like uplifting, talking about you are beautiful, body positivity, and then you're fearfully and wonderfully made. You do body positivity, you follow with Bible. If God is for you, who can stand against you?
God gazed into your eyes and said, you are fearfully and wonderfully.
You mean God sat and said, somebody, this world needs you. And then you want to tell me that I'm useless. You are mad.
It's a lie.
If God said that this world needed me, who are you to tell me any other thing?
The mountains and hills will crumble, but his love for you will never die.
If you take up self-esteem with the worth God has placed in you and on you, you should, out of you flows living waters, river of life. When God sees your generation, your past, God has set you apart from his people. He has granted you what do they call a favor in the sight of God and men. You as a man, now come and bring me down.
Nations you don't know.
You are the light that what was set on that hill. That you cannot be hidden.
You cannot be nations who are running.
And then you now want to come and tell me,
act like a nation.
You're not all that. Girl? Please, I'm all that. God created me on a Saturday. He took his time. So you cannot come and tell me, you deserve the bare minimum. My God did not give me bare minimum.
Yes.
I pray today, ma'am, I'm answered next tomorrow.
Yes.
I go on my knees today, God has lifted me up. Are you mad?
I'm so happy this conversation went into God like quickly because...
Are you mad?
Yeah.
My God. No what? God sat down and said, this world needs me.
Social media has made this God and women think very, 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 very close. Like, you cannot be a woman and not have God.
You cannot.
You cannot be a woman and not have God.
So they say pray mothers. Forget about that mothering part. Pray for yourself.
Exactly.
See, if you put yourself if you look at yourself through the way God looks at you, God has loved you. No sin. No matter you've fallen down, he has picked you up. God will continue to love you. That's the kind of love you should look for in a man. Exactly. Because God do not love a man needs to love you the way God has set him to love you. We are the images of God. So if God can love me like that, you should be able to love me like that too. Let God speak through you. Because I don't be hearing, I was so busy. God took his time and created me. He wasn't busy for me.
So boy, bye. You want to be busy?
I'm not going to settle for less.
Jesus.
I do not settle for less.
Lydia, I think I'm shocking myself recently. So I've been meeting guys that, look, when I see them, scrumptious, delicious in the eyes. But then I sit down to talk to them and they're telling me, friends with benefits.
I can't.
You
have nothing to bring to the
they're emotionally unavailable. Chiwande before we want to be Messiah, Savior. Chiwande is different. You can love me. I will love you into loving me. Chiwande of now is a liar. You're emotionally unavailable.
That's your business.
I'm gonna bye. Sorry.
Sorry.
Bye.
This guy that did video calls, like we should video call and things like that. after a while, he came back on social media, but he didn't text me back. So I didn't really care about it because I was like, that's not the kind of love God wants for me. And then I was viewing through his like status, a bit of his story. And then I saw, and then he was like, he can't fall in love with the person unless he sleeps with the person. And I say, I rebuke you. I almost settled for a man that needs to feel me physically. That means you have nothing good to say about me emotionally. You have nothing good about to say me intellectually. When you have had conversations, I have taught you a few things, but you want to feel me
before you can say.
You want to feel me under you.
Okay.
My Lord is above me, and He will continue to be above me. He will strike down your attempts because you are an evil person. Good. Wow. Stay where you are. See, I've met a lot of people in this life, and then before
Jesus.
And then there was someone else that's like, I just want to date. I was like, why? Say because you're a fine girl and I can show you off. My God is showing me off. I don't need extra people.
Yeah.
You meet a lot of caricatures. I'm so sorry to call God's people caricatures, but you meet a lot of caricatures in this earth that you're like, how did you sneak onto this platform? Your mates are waiting to be judged. How did you sneak and enter? You want to drag a few people down with you. My Lord has set me apart. You want to join me with a goat? Oh no, God. I rebuke you. Yeah. I rebuke your attempts in my life.
And what a good place for any woman or anybody, even men, to get to when they get back their power. Because what love will do to you to make you think you are powerless. Like, oh, this person is your omega, your alpha and omega, your savior. But the day you realize that this person is not all that, so that I can take back my power and move. The day you get to that place, I can't wait. I can't wait.
The same way they say love is blind. Love is blind to true. Love is blind for women because women tend to follow character. But you see one of the most ugliest men on earth and they have married baddies.
Yeah.
The way it's looking, my story is going to be the same. My husband look like he snuck on it. Yeah. But I will look like I was put here intentionally. But then the thing is, you should also open your eyes intellectually. Don't be following man and be saying, he said he loves me. What is she showing you?
Yeah. Very important.
I can tell you, I don't drink, I don't smoke, but you see my lips are black. That's showing now. That's action. You have seen it. I'm telling you one thing and you're saying another. That's not how you should really be. Work with God.
Yeah. Pray to God.
Because there's some people that come to you and be like, I read, I go to church. You met this person in church. People used to go for youth fellowship. Later you come and find out that this man,
God didn't know this
behind
man.
Kiosk. That's where he engages in his activities.
Jesus.
I beg you.
Lydia, thank you so much.
I have quite a lot to say. But I think this is where we should end it.
Let's end it.
If we continue for 5 hours,
we'll talk about relationship again. You really have like great stories to tell. And I think one day I will bring out like an episode where you just share all of them. Even I say you go marry man, we sneak into it. But God put you intentionally. Thank you, Edna. Thank you for sharing your stories. You see, I told you guys that recording this thing would make sense. How many minutes are we into?
Almost an hour.
Almost an hour, I imagine. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for listening. It was so random, but I hope you got something. God loves you, and the way God loves you, you should check out for that in human beings too. If they're not translating in action, tell them bye-bye. Move. Yeah.
Run. I see those that came out bye-bye to your boyfriend. Don't even allow them to reach that level. Immediately you see they're beginning to show signs of the devil. Cut them off. You don't deserve that kind of love.
Chloe Bailey will say, boy, bye. Bye-bye.
See, bye-bye.